What's going on all you gamers, here we are back with some more Diablo 2 Resurrected, and today I'm going to be chucking out a guide on how you can put sockets on your items. So if you need to socket an item and you haven't got the Horadric quest, or you just don't want to use it on that, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back all you guys and girls, as always for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, all the latest and greatest content, hints, tips, guides and builds, and just fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today I'm here to show you a nice easy way, a recipe that you can use in order to socket those white items. Now if you've been playing for a little while, you'll know white items and grey items aren't absolutely obsolete in this game. Everything has its value, it all depends what you're going for. So for example, if you're after a really nice rune word but you just haven't got anything with the sockets on, this may well help you out. So what we're going to do is go over to our trusty stash just up here. Right, so the first one we're going to be going over is how to put sockets on a white weapon. Now it has to be white, it has to be the base variant, it can't be superior, it can't be magical, it can't be unique, it just has to be white in order for this to work. Also, one thing to remember, if you're doing this and you want a lot of sockets on it, what sockets they can roll is determined by the items. So basically if you're doing the hell difficulty and dropping these white items, you're going to be able to have a chance to be able to get those 5, 6, whatever the max they can actually put on that weapon. Whereas if it's the normal variant, it will be a lot lower and you won't be able to hit those high socket numbers. But again, it will be down to RNG whether or not you get them. It's very similar to rolling a dice, I've been told online. It rolls between 1 to 6 and depending on the number, that's how many sockets you're going to get, up to what the item type can actually hold. So like I said, if it's able to roll 6 sockets because it's a really high drop from hell, you have a chance of getting that as long as the roll is lucky. If say for example it's a low item level and it's on normal, it will only be able to roll a lower number socket and it won't be able to achieve that 6, 5, whatever you're after if you wanted to put in a really high rune word. So we're going to open up our Horadric's cube, we're going to chuck the white weapon just in there, and it can be any white weapon, it doesn't have to be a bow, any white weapon, and this will work and add sockets to it. Next up, what you're going to need is one of these, a Rao rune, and then an Am rune just over here. And last but definitely not least, just up here, a perfect amethyst. So you're going to chuck all them in, so you've got your white weapon, you've got your Rao, you've got your Am, and you've got your perfect amethyst, and you're going to tap transmute. And hey, not too bad, so we've got 4 first time. Really nice, means we can put something nice on it. Obviously it's down to a bit of luck, but don't worry too much, you have a good chance of getting those higher sockets, because like I said, it's like you're rolling a dice, so anything over 3 is pretty much 50-50. Right, so next up, and how to add sockets to armour. So again, you need plain white right there. I'm going to grab this one up, this one's quite a nice one as well, quite a nice bit of defense on that, 502, and after that you're going to go all the way down to your bottom, you're going to grab a Tau rune, and just over here a full rune. After that, the final thing you're going to need is just over here a perfect topaz. So again, Tau, full, perfect topaz, and the white base thing you're after. And tap your transmute. And yeah, no, I was actually hoping that was going to be a good one. Oh well, is what it is. Right, swiftly moving on. So next up, I'm going to be showing you how to put them on a shield. And this one is an absolute gamble, I really hope pays off, because I don't want to use my Horadric quest on this, because I've already got one. But yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate in the comments if this one goes wrong. So what you're going to need is a base shield. I've got the Monarch, which please roll 4 slots. Please roll 4 slots, I guess we'll see. But yeah, any base white shield, chuck it over here. Like I said, it all depends on your item level, so the best ones if you're after those really high sockets will be in hell, but you can get some nice ones from nightmare and such if you're after some slightly lower sockets on things. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. So we've got a Monarch, but it can be any base white variant, that's all good as long as you've got the exact recipe. And that one is just over here, a Tau rune, and just down here an Am rune. And lastly, we've got a perfect ruby. So, your white shield, Tau, Perfect ruby. And right, everyone, fingers crossed. Ha ha ha! Right, I can't believe that worked. Nice. Right, so a 4-slot monarch shield. Really nice. I'm so glad that worked. And now I'm going to see how that spirit works out in it. But yeah, always was a bit of a gambler, and I really enjoy this socket stuff. So if you need to put sockets on, this is definitely a way forward if you haven't got that Lazarus quest. I don't know if I'd recommend doing it on the monarch shield because they are a bit hard to get hold of, but definitely worth doing in the right case. And our final recipe for today is going to be how to put sockets on a white helmet. So here I have a Shaco. I'm going to chuck that right over here. And again, we've got our base white item. Now we want a rail rune. And just over here we want a full rune. And lastly, we need a perfect sapphire. We're going to chuck that all in. So we've got our base white item, rail, full, and the perfect sapphire. And again, we're going to tap that transmute button. And we've got a 2-slot Shaco. But yeah, I think honestly, if you've got a lot of gems, if you've got a lot of runes, and if you can actually manage to spare the stuff, it may well be worth your time doing this, because you can create some amazing pieces of gear like this, and you can chuck those rune words in them. Sometimes definitely worth trying, and definitely worth keeping an eye out for those white pieces of gear, and of course those grey pieces of gear if they've already dropped with the sockets on. So as always, guys and girls, I hope this helps a few of you out. It's definitely going to help me out, and I'm really glad that Monarch didn't go wrong. But as always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, a lot more Diablo on the way, as well as all the latest and greatest games. Take care. I'll see you on the next day.